What it do? What's up? What's up? What it do? Shout out to all is on. Walaikum salam. What's happening? What's up? I was reading about that President Biden pardon the Southwest T. So President Biden commuted the sentences of approximately 1,500 individuals who were released from prison and placed on home confinement during the coronavirus pandemic. Additionally, he granted pardons to 39 Americans convicted of nonviolent crimes. This makes the largest single-day act of clemency in modern history, surpassed even by the record set by President Barack Obama in 2017. Salute to the men. Among those granted clemency is Southwest T. Terry Flannery, co-founder of the Black Mafia family, who had been serving a 30-year sentence. Flannery was released to home confinement 4 years ago as COVID-19 swept through the U.S. prisons, creating a public health crisis. Last week, President Biden officially commuted Flannery's sentence, solidifying his freedom. The clemency initiative announced Thursday applies to individuals who have served at least 1 year of home confinement and demonstrated rehabilitation. During the height of the pandemic, prisons became hot spots for the coronavirus, with 1 in 5 inmates contracting COVID-19, according to the Associated Press. Early release were implemented as a mitigation measure, and Biden commutations provide a permanent resolutions for many of those cases. Love to hear that. America was built on the promise of possibility. America was built on the possibility, was built on the promise of possibility and second chances. President Biden said in a statement, as president, I have the great privilege of extending mercy to people who have demonstrated remorse and rehabilitation, restoring opportunity to Americans to participate in daily life and contribute to their communities, and taking steps to remove sentencing disparities for nonviolent offenders, especially those convicted of drug offenses. The clemency recipients range in age from 36 to 75 and include men and women who have turned their lives around. White House officials have highlighted several notable examples, such as a woman who has led emergency response teams during natural disasters, a church deacon who became an addiction and youth counselor, a doctoral student in molecular bioscience, and a decorated military veteran. One of the individuals pardoned is Trafanitha Fulton, a Louisiana resident who pleaded guilty to participating in a payroll fraud scheme while working as a New Orleans middle school teacher in the early 2000s. Bolton was sentenced to 3 years of probation in 2008 and has since demonstrated significant rehabilitation. Those are some of the notable people in the got pardons or clemency, but you know, clemency and pardon are two different things. I might do a video breaking that down. I don't see no evidence that say Big Meech got a pardon. It say clemency. That means they just forgave him, but he ain't all the way clean. Like they got a guy out of my town by the name of Norman Brown. Shout out to Norman Brown. Norman Brown was granted clemency maybe 4 years ago, a couple years ago. Barack Obama granted him clemency. But President Biden just granted him a pardon. That means he's all the way clean, brand new man. Like if he wanted to, he could go get his Second Amendment rights. But technically, he already got them. All he would have to do was apply for them. He said, "What did you do to that lady?" I ain't do nothing but look the case up and realize she had an agreement with the government. I'm not even promoting nobody to do nothing to her. I just want to stop talking and promoting that gangster shit. She ain't no female gangster. She don't stick to no gangster code. My people's uptown said they came outside yesterday. It was 3 police and 3 police cars outside. If that ain't hot, what you call it? Looking for me and asking for me by name. So that's some civil, frivolous filing. She one of them people that file documents for no reason just to bother you. I'm not getting a lawyer. I don't need a lawyer. I could defend myself against a frivolous claim like that with my eyes closed. She say that I followed her, stalked her, and took pictures of her car while going to work on December 23rd. If that ain't some brain neutral behavior, what do you call it? How you gonna file something against me? The whole world know you lying. If you look at her YouTube page, all she been talking about forever is me and a few other people, but specifically me. I ain't say nothing about it for months, and then lo and behold, I stumbled across the plea agreement, and she agreed to provide all information known to man. Then she gonna run around the internet and try to convince people that it's a forged signature. Like you can't go look the case up yourself if you want to. Somebody sent me a message. She talking about I should have never put my real signature out there. Now he making copies of my real signature. Bro, you think I got time to make some copies of a fake signature? It's not that important. If anybody interested in the facts is on paper. How about that? I'm tired of talking about it for real. Somebody said the truth doesn't have to be validated by ignorance. That's true. Hold on one second. Let me give me some water. She should have went to play for somebody else. Then she run on up for the Bay TV. Like that's a certified platform. That's a rap platform. Yeah, Alpo mascot. Said I needed that entertainment this morning. It's so funny that I'm not even trying to be funny. That's his real life is funny. His real life funny. Live in a trash can. But did any of y'all see? Do any of y'all watch him? See, for real, I'm really giving him some attention, even talking about him. But it's so interesting. He intelligent enough to know that the paperwork, I'm not even gonna call that paperwork. That ain't paperwork. That's a letter that she wrote and signed. She didn't even forge it. She just typed up a letter, wrote a name on it, sent it to him, and told him to read it. Regurgitate this, dummy. He read it and then read a case number, man. Just like a rookie or someone that's illiterate, they would have been better off not even creating a case number, because a lawyer, a letter written by a lawyer that's not going to a court, doesn't even need a case number. She should have just wrote it and put in regard to. That's what these, I got tons of letters from lawyers on behalf of defendants. All she had to do was write the letter, say it was from Alawagi, no case number, and then go into the fraudulent claims that Wayne Perry was DNA tested for Michael Gilmore's paternity. WP ain't never been DNA tested for no kids, bro. They wasn't doing that when they went to jail back then. ADX ain't doing no DNA test, bro. It would have to be court ordered. And she want to pretend like it was court ordered during the time in which she got the case. His name wasn't even Nkosi Shaka Zulu Will. His name was still Wayne Anthony Perry at the time. She don't know that I know. Like, I ain't just some geek on the internet talking about people. I done read the whole case. Her name not involved in the case at all, not even as a participant or a bystander. The only female name that they got in there, other than the victims, is Tawala McClain. So you talking about, I was in the Washington Post, you was in the Washington Post for stealing $120,000 over 10 years. Do the math, divide $120,000 by 10 years. And the majority of the money you owe to CVS and JC Penney's. It ain't even a garnishment, Joan. It's part of her release condition. She better pay that restitution every 30 days, 120 some thousand. And the last I checked, I seen the paperwork. She had only paid about 5,600 or something. Don't quote me on that one. That's why she trying to sue me for 10,000. You should have tried to sue me for 120,000 that you owed CVS and JC Penney's and Walmart and Target and all them Jones that you went in like a worker and got to go in the store 5-6 times to make $500 and use 5 different IDs. I ain't even gonna read that one. Yeah, didn't he validate it? You right. Unique Mecca is he a journalist like me. He can choose. I don't got no problem with him interviewing Ali Zoe. How many views he get? It probably was a good interview. First off, why is she talking to this guy? And no, he loved Alpo. No, he loves Alpo. And if Wayne Perry is her baby father, why you even talking with this dude who loves Alpo? That's what really, like, people say, why you all in their business? I really wasn't in the business. I watch YouTube. That page come across my joint all the time because they use my name. So the algorithm brings me that garbage. I kept saying to myself, how can you claim to be Wayne Perry's baby mama, but you in at least cahoots with Team Alpo, and he screams Team Alpo all day. And her only excuse is, oh, so what? You Mecca Audio talk to Alpo and you mess with him? What that got to do with the situation? That's like a dude got a Nicky Bonds platform, right? And a Guy Fisher supporter is in cahoots with the dude with the Nicky Bonds platform. You get what I'm saying? It don't make sense. That's how I first started to realize. I said, oh, this person not working with a full deck. They don't even see. And the dude from Detroit, no, they not working with a full deck. Shame on him. It's like a person taking advantage of, you know how they sometimes they got guys, they claim to be, like healing specialists, and they take advantage of people with less than up to par mental faculties. He's really taking advantage of the disabled. They get a disability check every month. He's taking advantage of the disabled, and he know that they mentally not all together. You can see it in his face. If you go watch the video that him and her just did, as he's reading the paperwork, right? He do like this. The Bama got his hat on all back to the back. Chill out, mom. So he's reading the paperwork. He said, oh, you want me to say the location? Oh, no. Okay, I want to read this. I'm reading case number, such and such and such and such and such. You see him look up. He know he's reading fraudulent documents. He can't afford a Pacer account. If he could afford a Pacer account, he would be all in everybody's business. The same way I find them Rizats. He would know what was up, and he would be able to praise people like Alpo because he would be able to defend what the story is. Most people talk about Alpo or even Big Meech. People look for Big Meech's case out of Georgia. Big Meech's case don't come out of Georgia. It comes out of Michigan. If I ain't mistaken, the Middle District of Michigan. $120,000 over 10 years is chump change. I did the math on that. You're right. Shout out to my man Carlos. He ain't even play. He ain't even joking. That's for real. He said mental health is on an all-time high. J.C. Penney, I ain't lying. Dan, listen, go on the Detroit dude page. Still, man, the person has a problem. When you caught, you caught. On the Detroit dude, Joe, right? And he talking about, I was stealing out of CVS. Please, bro. I would leave this stuff alone if they didn't challenge my credibility. It's not that important to me. Like right now, it's free rec. I'm waiting for my other video to upload. But I showed this paperwork the other day. But I'm gonna just go back to it. When you caught, you should just shut up. Because I challenged the Detroit dude. I said I would never talk to him. He said, I'm afraid to talk to him. Y'all go tell Alpha Debate TV. I said, he want to talk to me? Let's talk about this paperwork. He want to talk to me? I challenge him to prove that the case number on this paperwork ain't real. I challenge him to that. So go tell Team Alpo, he want to talk to me, to my man, he's afraid to challenge me. I refuse to talk to a rat or a rat lover. But if you want to talk to me through a electronic partition on the screen, only way I'm talking to you is if you are willing to look up this paperwork. And back to what I was saying, the top victim in the appendix of the paperwork is J.C. Penney's for $35,844. What is you getting out of J.C. Penney's for $35,000? So do the math. Either that's just because you've been tearing off J.C. Penney's for 10, 15 years for things like stockings and tennis shoe strings and tampons. Because don't nothing in J.C. Penney's other than some of that jewelry that you can order cost more than a few bucks. What could she get out of J.C.? Now, let's skip. Let's go to CVS. What could she get out of CVS to run up a tab? The CVS put in a receipts for this. $16,976. And you was getting some major money, bruh. CVS? All right, let's go to Target. Target off for $16,893.70. What in the world are you getting out of Target that you could sting them for $16,000? But you went in there and bought a bunch of car batteries or something. Let me see what they got in Target you could get. Because she ain't got enough sense to go in there, buy 4, 5 PlayStations and then return them or sell them. What was you getting to run up 16,000? 2,600 at Kohl's, 1,100 at Victoria's Secret. I know you was selling that. I know she wasn't wearing it. Bath and Body Works, $690 something, $350 at Safeway, $2 for $95 at Abercrombie and Fitch. Come on, man, it's a joke. Mecca was not played by Cameron telling on DC dude. How to send cash to you. They got a super chat thing on here, but this is my cash app. You want to support the home team? My cash app is this right here, y'all. If I just put it right there. All right, that's my cash app. I'm gonna need all the money I can get. They suing me for $10,000. All right. Somebody says you're trolling. I was lost. Let me back up real quick and get up to speed. Eon, I'm TB, P Nation. Shout out to Baggy Pam. Turn me on to DC Blacks, and you are the truth, fam. Salute to DC Blacks all day. Appreciate the love. Alpo ran your whole city. What y'all think about that? I'm gonna let the comments deal with you on that. Let me go back up, man. What y'all think about that? This dude came in here and said Alpo ran y'all city. You must don't know about the stories where Alpo was getting chased and ran down the street with one shoe on, hitting the butt, screaming and yelling, WP, 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 they're trying to get me. Team Alpo that, run that through the city. What did he do to anybody from DC that somebody from DC ain't do? You should challenge the fact that psychologically he was smarter than somebody. Running the whole city, bruh. Is you tripping? You don't know what was really going down here. Unique Mecca Audio ain't tell y'all he got put in that trunk. Not Unique Mecca Audio, but your man Alberto. They ain't tell you he was down 555, crying, sobbing, snot coming out his nose. Oh my God, I can't go to jail. I can't go back over DC jail. Little Poochie over there. He ain't tell you that. Since you want to talk about Alpo. Who he hit that he ain't hitting the back of the head. They ain't tell you that neither, did they? Like he stood on some business. Y'all keep talking about, oh, he went to see Unique Mecca Audio. He went to see Unique Mecca Audio in broad daylight on camera. He won't go down Southwest. Well, he can't. This year, Halloween fell on the weekend. They say your man Alpo was out there trick-or-treating. You see what happened to that truck he was in? Did you? You want me to go back and get the pictures of that dually he was in, that big old truck? Alpo ran your city. I ain't even mad. I'm big. Somebody trolling. I'm trying to find it real quick. I missed it. JC Penney's. I think that's where I was at. Mental health. Yeah, I was right here. Hold on. How to send cash. Right. That should be popping up on my shit too. Mecca was not played by Cameron. Chill out. It's cool. Hey, E, where's OG Fly? And do you guys live in the same town? And can you go fishing? I ain't been fishing in years, bro. But sure, I can go fishing. And no, we don't live in the same town. Just to answer your question, why you want to know that though? Slim, read extra slow. I think he might be a little off. No, I think before I talk. Maybe you should learn that. Anybody fucking with Alpo? She shouldn't be fucking with Slim Perry. All right, that's cool. Got some good dudes from Detroit. They don't even know, bruh. I mean, I don't really go into that. I done asked my Detroit dudes about them years ago. Nobody said they know him from nowhere. And when I showed them the video of him getting stomped and karate kicked in the parking lot of that Save-A-Lot, that's what it was. He was at Save-A-Lot. They said they never even seen that video. And if I ain't mistaken, they say cousins of the dudes came from Chicago to put the Rodney King on them. Detroit not on DC, not on Detroit level. On what level? Bro, I'm not gonna disrespect Detroit. I got too many people. But since you're trying to make a comparison, explain to me. I won't even disrespect the situation. I bet you don't know enough Detroit history to talk to me about Detroit and comparing Detroit to DC. Let's go back to 1919 when the black and white race wars was going on in this country. What Detroit doing? What DC do? Somebody, I implore you, go Google 1919. You understand what DC dudes is about? DC people, black people from DC. So, like, if you ain't talking about Pontiac or General Motors, what you talking about? We got Big Meech. Y'all got Wayne Perry. Boy, stop. Y'all got Big Meech. Big Meech got Tammy Corn. End the conversation. Stealing deodorant out of CVS. DC and Detroit were some good black towns back then. Ben, that's correct. I ain't even going to front. If I ain't mistaken, DC and Detroit was the only two cities that the ratio of casualties, black to white, wasn't offset. St. Louis put in some work during that time too, but they was kind of outnumbered. There's many more of these riots that went on across the country other than in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Alpo came to your city and ran. Alpo came to your city. Where should we go, bro? Alpo came to your city and ran it. He never came to Detroit and do that. Boy, speak on it. All right, let's speak on it. There was no reason to go to Detroit at that time because it wasn't the same type of money here. And he ain't come to no city and ran it. You think he ran it because you watched Paid in Full. So your academic level pertaining to street culture is minuscule. I ain't gonna say DC go harder than Detroit, though. You know, Detroit, when it comes to violence and ignorance, bro, they right up here with DC, Baltimore, Chicago, statistically. I ain't talking about this year or that year. I'm talking about overall. When you look at the problems and the challenges of the urban community, Detroit is always there. New Orleans, Houston, St. Louis, Baltimore, Cleveland, New York City. I ain't gonna get into who the toughest, who do this and do that. Everybody get a seat at the table, like my man Eddie Mavis used to say about the dope gang. Everybody get his turn at the table, one way or another. I mean, not to glorify this, but this is a fact. Not the murder capital era in time, but when Detroit was the murder capital, DC preceded DC followed Detroit as the murder capital in something like 1987. So, like, you know, anywhere where there's poverty, you're gonna have, you know, pressure make diamonds. Anywhere where there's poverty, Detroit, St. Louis, Houston, Miami, the real Miami, not Miami Beach. Poverty is going to make some type of precious thing. It's going to force you to shit or get off the pack. But please don't talk to me about y'all got Big Meech. You can keep Big Meech. Big Meech suspect right now. Stealing deodorant. She's a heck of Jamal scammer. Damn. Man, let's talk Team Alpo. I'm so tired of talking Team Alpo. In his mind, he don't believe that Alpo is a rat. Nah, he know Alpo is a rat, but he wish he was a celebrity rat like Alpo. So some type of way he jock riding. He came across Alpo through Don Diva, YouTube, Paid in Full, and he fell in love with Alpo. He began to fantasize about Alpo, and I'm not sex playing. I'm talking about in real life. He wished he could have been a guy like Alpo that was shaking and baking and looking good and had women and had cars and put that work in. And then after he finally get caught, he can still get away. He got to tell, but Detroit couldn't beat him because Detroit still wouldn't have done the 25 years that Alpo did. So even as a rat, he can't be what Alpo was because he don't have no charges and he don't have no background to fulfill the role of being this type of rat. So he ended up idolizing. That's why he in pictures with Nate Boone Craft. So you want to talk about we got Wayne Perry, my man. I ain't talking to all Detroit. Shout out to Detroit, but the Bama that's on here talking, you want to say y'all got Big Meech and we got Wayne Perry? Y'all got Nate Boone Craft. He might be the biggest killer rat this century. or last century. Because although Sammy the Bull told on a bunch of people and admitted to being a part or taking a part in 19 killings, some of those killings he didn't even do. This Bama told on every killing he did and every killing he knew about. Nate Boone Crab. Up for debating the TV in a picture with him. Up for debate TV in a picture with him, looking like he just got off the Pillsite. Face looked like he been sleeping in rocks all day, and he want to compare himself to me. He just got off a park bench. I done studied him. He just got off a park bench a few years ago. Go look at the transition. Go look at the transition of his face. They keep talking about I lost weight. I lost weight because I used to be a fat boy. Ask him about that. White House, we don't have none hood in my city. Detroit dudes will tell you DC go hard. Oh, he talking to him. What city sweet? Anybody go to any city thinking any city sweet, they might leave in one of them Jones they call bags. Hey, Detroit was broke, no money to get. I ain't gonna say that. Target got PS5s. They do. I thought about that. You think she walking out of there with 5 PS5s though? Even when them Jones are $600? I paid $600 for my PlayStation. My PlayStation serial number is 285. He said a lot of y'all artists shout out DC. She's the heck of Jamal Bandit. Go ahead, man. There might be some truth to that though. He said, damn, homie, I thought this was a positive pro-black channel. Disappointed. Had great dialogue. I'm sorry you feel that way. Yeah, you a troll talking some rat-ass Alpo talk. Chill out, mama. Trinidad bad aim that night. Alpo was faster than I thought. Trinidad bad aim that night. Alpo was faster than they thought. They wasn't even on the same compound. Bam ass chump, stop welling. Somebody said, I know my city history. Hold on. You saying that reference to what? I know my city history. We have the biggest black population in the world. No, y'all don't. The biggest black population in the world is Prince George's County, Maryland. Somebody fact check that for me while I'm running my mouth. The biggest black population in the country is Prince George's County, Maryland. It might be the biggest gathering of black people on the census in the world. They live in a community in one little place. And you can shout out Mary Berry for helping create Prince George's County and the economy there. Somebody go check that real quick though. I read a lot. I can have the facts mixed up a little bit. But for sure, Prince George's County is one of the top black communities in the world. Hey, young fella, can you put up a fly video? This type of conversation will lower your vibration. I got a fly video just went up. This alive, bro. This ain't listen, no disrespect. I hope you don't take this as disrespect. But when I'm going live to interact. This me. I did a fly video. Live might not be for you. Boom. What's up? You keep making all that noise. Chill out. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Boone Crab be taking credit for shit he didn't do. I ain't know that. I don't know enough about him. Linda, what's up, yo? Big homie, you look good for the size you are now, and also probably then as well. Yeah, I was a fat boy though, but I was a young fat boy. So I carried it well, but once I hit 40, I started reading up on health. I should have been on it, like my man Harleen used to tell me, like, stop drinking all them sodas, you consuming too much sugar. I stopped drinking sodas for 1 week and lost almost 7 pounds without even working out. Rack of that sugar we consume, it ain't about nothing. And things like I love French fries. Things like French fries, potatoes, period. It turned all into sugar. Your body don't need it. Like, I don't look nothing like my age. I don't care what y'all say. I see dudes right now that's on canes that's my age. They can't run a mile, can't lift a weight, can't do a pull-up. Look it up. Detroit is. Nah, I asked somebody to look me up. But Detroit, man, I ain't going for that. Especially after the great migrations out of Detroit. Why I say Fat Wayne Curry ain't nobody to celebrate. Who's celebrating him? Why you said that, Slim? I'm only referring to the guy said we have big meats, y'all have Wayne Perry. Y'all don't got big meats. The federal government had big meats, and he's still in the halfway house. Somebody said him and Rayful Edmonds was in the same halfway house. Anybody heard that? The wildest among blacks, the wealthiest among blacks. Who is Detroit or Prince George's County? Big facts. Let me see. V, what's up? It's YouTube, V. That's my man. Shout out to V. Stories with V. Shout out to Baltimore. I don't know which one of Aunt Brothers was in Fort Dix. If I had to guess, I'd say Sap, but I don't know. I know Esco was in Cumberland and Hazleton. I don't know which one of his brothers was in Fort Dix. Sap could have been there before he went home the last time. Why, what's up? The biggest and wealthiest is okay. Moses don't come in here and talk too much. When he talk, he look something up. He say the biggest and wealthiest is Prince George's County, and now Charles County since the pandemic. I'm telling you, I did some stuff reading about the census and the black people in Prince George's County. I read that before. Shout out to my cousins from Prince George's County. What up, homie? Born in DC, raised in PG. You doing your thing, keep doing it. Much love, real Mr. Real Talk. The Justice League, A Slim. This is John from North One. John from North One. What John? John from North One. I know 2 or 3 Johns from North One. Why that happened to Tank then? What happened to Tank? I don't know what you're talking about. I love curry out French fries. Man, me too. What Linda talking about? It says the District of Columbia. Oh, for real? That got to be old, though. She said she looked it up and said the District of Columbia. That might have been back in the day. I don't think that's a fact right now. A lot of them Detroit dudes playing West versus playing West something now. I don't know what you mean. PG County. Okay, people keep saying PG County. Which one of Aunt Brothers was in Fort Dix? We just read that. Why y'all don't give us a big head gray story? A big head? I don't know. 19. Okay, defense lawyer in Detroit said Boone took credit for shit some of his former clients admitted doing. Oh, even if he did that, that don't got nothing to do with what my opinion of him is, because I never really looked through his stuff. Like, I looked through cases to see if he was really about his work. Because once I read at the end, like when I open up the law books, not on the computer, when I go to the computer, I use the mouse and I click on the hyperlink. But in the law books, when I get to a case, I go straight to the end. I might look at the top whether it say affirmed or remanded or reversed just to see what the case is, but I learned how to do that. So I learned to go to the bottom where the judge's order is, skip through reading, and then the judge's order is to my liking, then I double back up. But with Nate Boone Crab, a lot of his telling, I didn't discover it based on testimony that was in a court or law book. I discovered it based on his many debriefings and interviews where he told what he told about. So even if like the brother just educated me to the fact that he took credit for a lot of things, shout out to the dudes from the Best Friends crew that didn't tell. But most of them dudes told. But they did take their show on the road. They was down in North Carolina and Memphis and someplace in West Virginia doing their thing. Oh, Oh, okay, I get it. Wayne killed people who wasn't in the game. Beyond that's not gangster. I don't know who he killed, bro. I don't want to debate with you on that. I didn't even bring Wayne up. I don't know who Wayne killed. I don't know who he killed that wasn't in the game. I don't know nothing about that. If you want to make a argument that he took advantage of people that wasn't in the game, you more than welcome to do so on the platform. But I ain't really here to talk about who he really killed or who he really didn't kill. You know what I mean? Not to defend the man at all. I don't know. I don't know about that part. But let me ask you this. Not talking about Wayne. Let me talk about in the game or in the streets or in that underworld, that subculture. What happens to the people that people say, oh, that person wasn't in the game, but that person was telling? If we talking about in the game, if the person was telling and you said that somebody got and they were in the game, what happens in the game? Now, you know, I've seen people that have addictions that lures them to the underworld, and in the subculture they get caught up. People say, "Oh, they wasn't in the game; they had an addiction." Their addiction took them somewhere where they got involved in something, and they had knowledge of something, and they divulged that information to what is called authorities. And in the end, some type of way, they were eliminated. They were taken off the count. Now, yeah, they weren't in the game, but they had an addiction. Shout out to Thomas Carter. Big love, much love, salute. They had an addiction, and that addiction drove them or compelled them, just like the lady Rashida Moore, to turn on Marion Barry, all because she had an addiction. She wasn't in the game, right or wrong. Right or wrong. Salute you, Slim, on educating the people about law. Man, appreciate the love. Thank you for acknowledging, man. I appreciate it, man. Shout out to my man Thomas Carter. I missed that. Oh, okay, Kleins. All right, boom. You're right about that. They always play that. All right, such and such. Off subject. I seen that video you told me to look at yesterday. I'm dead. What video? Oh, with the stalker? Nah, you ain't off subject because that's a constant subject. Right now, I got to get ahead of it because although I was never served, they don't know it's chestnut checker. Since I was never served, I seen the information on the internet, so I might as well kill it. You know what I'm saying? On one of the papers she posted, it said that I stalked her, followed her, took pictures of her on December 23rd. Today is December 20th. Impossible. Impossible. What y'all think about that? What y'all think about that? This stalking woman stalking me. She stalks. Come on, I'm stalking her on the internet. Why would I stalk her for anything, y'all? For anything. She a notorious liar. Even they say it in the court papers. So you seen what they did and what they said. Big head Gary, why Wayne? If y'all all from the same city. In Detroit, that can't happen. We not crossing the city for an OT guy. I'm gonna leave that one alone. That deserves its own topic. Thanks for showing love, bro. Yeah, no bull. One more time. Thanks for showing love. Shout out to my man Thomas Carter. See that. I'm confused on that. Yeah, Linda, man, I'm telling you, it's something to bother me. I ain't going for it, but I welcome the confrontation because one day I'm going to be very wealthy doing what I do right now, creating content and having intellectual property that I can disseminate amongst the masses globally. Just from the click of the button at my computer. That's what they hate about me. They can't create nothing other than problems, fitna, confusion. All they can do is get on the internet and say somebody is gay, somebody is a rat. Yeah, I say certain people are rats. They are rats. But their whole existence is, I don't like this person. I don't like this person. Call this person a bunch of names. Anybody that's successful, you attack them. Bro, I was on the internet for 15 years before she came home in something like 2015. Nobody ain't had no problem. I ain't do no internet stuff, but I'm going to defend myself with an internet presence. I had some internet real estate now. I own that technically. In the digital world, I own 4 or 5 pieces of internet digital real estate. That's mine. She already attacked my YouTube channel. Listen, Let's go back to this. This woman, Astoria Gilmore, she filed 3 fake copyright claims against my YouTube page, shut my YouTube page down. That's why I went missing in June. Went on her YouTube and her Instagram and her social media platforms, jumping up and down with pom-poms. I shut that down, all a bunch of cuss words, and I told y'all I own this. You cannot own the name Wayne Perry. It's not like Michael Jordan or Sherman Williams, where the name and the likeness is attached to something that's incorporated or trademarked. She filed fake copyright claims and jumped up and down like she was shutting my page down because she owned it. She ain't own that. That's why the page went back up. That's why she shut up about copyright claims. Now she went from copyright claims to filing a fake domestic violence complaint through internet cyberbullying. She done talked about my mama. She went to my grandmama's house outside, yelling and screaming, almost had a heart attack. You don't see her? She told me, who's obese? Anybody who can't walk up and down a flight of stairs without breathing like that. I told you stop playing with my son. I told her you bluffing. This the address. Look at this. Bruh, she need to work on something else. Somebody said you're a time traveler. Must be. That is a Wayne Perry baby mother. That is an imposter. I told the world that, but first it wasn't my business. You read Wayne entire case front and back. You know there were innocent people. I asked you what was innocent people again killed by that guy. This is not no disrespect to you. I know we talking. I got your tone and your vibe. I asked you to tell me who. I have read the whole case. I did. I mean, but I don't want to talk about that right now. Like specific people who was victim to something that I don't know nothing about. I ain't into that. I can't do that. She don't even know him. Now she do know him. I gotta say that just because I'm talking to you, Linda. Say she trolling. Yeah, you are sharp, brother. No fact checking needed. Shout out to Carlos Mayfield, man. She ain't nobody but a certified scam. I'm telling you, welfare fraud queen. Roy and Cliff had Alpo scared to death. I believe that. I was not on the streets back then, though. I wasn't no fact to screaming, Wayne, please save me. Running down the street. Then he get out of jail. He want to talk like he tough. He gonna tell you, nigga, yeah, I told her I don't call it telling, I call it looking out for me. That's what telling is. Hell, come on. I'm gonna come here talking about what I wouldn't say to Alpo. I wouldn't say nothing to him because I wouldn't be in New York, but he wouldn't play with me in DC. See, Unique from New York. I mean, he represent New York. He come out of New York, no matter if it's Jamaican descent or whatever. I ain't from there. I ain't gonna go to New York and play with nobody that's from New York. Even in the Art of War, say pick the terrain. He said, though the one that is in the one who was already set and settled in terrain will be ready and prepared. The one who was surprised on the terrain will be tired and fatigued. Why? Because they have to get ready. If you already pick your terrain, you already ready. I don't never got to get ready. I walk around, wake up, drive around, go to the restaurant, smoke weed, sheets and funnel, ready. I'm ready. I live ready. I learned that in jail. Stay ready. So what? You don't got to get ready. Alpo wasn't ready, right? Physically, health-wise, Ray wasn't ready neither. He wasn't ready for freedom. That's how I couldn't take it. She acting like a bitter ex-girlfriend. I swear to God, man. I'm telling you, I think her thing with me is that she thought she was gonna finesse me with them lies, and I caught on to the lies early, and then I just said, "Look, man, stop talking to me." She keeps on. She gonna write a book, and all them books you wrote is trash, and they ain't selling. I live off of my books, my YouTube, my movies, my content that I create. That's what I live off of. People do speak on Gary. I don't know Gary well enough. Go to DC Decades on Instagram. He covered Gary. He know Gary. He went to school with Gary. She need to sue her hairstylist. She mad because she sold her soul. Yeah, you right, Linda. Yeah, Wayne, baby mama on Say Cheese dissing you. What now? She ain't say my name in the first one. She got a second one. I know what she was saying when she was dissing me, but she ain't gonna Say Cheese dissing me. He ain't let her say my name or something like that. I don't know why she ain't say a couple people name who she always seemed to, want to hate on. No traffic on the high road. She don't even know him. You read Wayne until you asked me that, right? Did I can't you a fool? How she think that's his son? I can't answer that shit. Get real crazy outside. Salute to the panel. Shout out to my man Roll With It News. Smash the like button. Yeah, do that. You don't even have to get ready if you're already ready, and that's a fact. Fifth and No was leaning on him. All right. Shout out to Fifth and No. She thought you was a troller, but she mad because you know the game. Not only do I know the game, I know her rap business. Disappointed say Cheese gave her a platform, but I wondered why. What was the reason? That was strategic. He's not a slow person. He did that for a specific reason. How many views that Joan at right now? That Wayne Perry 100 Bodies baby mama. I agree with you, man. What did she say about Wayne? What did she say that nobody didn't already know? It was nothing exclusive about it. The only information in it was new or exclusive to the internet is what she lied about pertaining to herself. And say Cheese ain't answer no tough questions. She trying to eat off my way, huh, man? I ain't rocking. Jay said he think Ray is still alive in witness protection. Okay, 120 Clay, that's nothing on a platform like that. Oh, that John at 120, that's what I was telling my man. I said, bro, he got enough subscribers that it could be worth his time and views. And then remember, it lives for the duration of his channel. But you're right. He is some 3.4 million subscriber type dude. That John should have been up there like his. He cover people that's. I ain't talking about the celebrity people. He covers some people that's on smaller levels, like even platforms like mine that's growing, and they might do 300 views on it. Nobody, the algorithm ain't even playing that video like that. Said the interview was a waste of time. Hassan, Wale Salam, he said the interview was a waste of time. I thought so. I watched the whole interview because I was reading in between the lines all the people she was sneak dissing, but he must didn't let her say their names. But see, on Up for Debate TV, Team Alpo let her do whatever she want. He even read a fake letter with a fake case number. That should tell you that that's rat defense behavior. Anytime they give you a fake case number, in the feds, especially in the man's junk in the penitentiary, if you play with a case number, you gone already. There's no reason for us to keep talking. You played with the case number. I'm gonna leave that comment and all. I ain't even gonna mention Brett name in this bullshit. That's true. Well, it was 1,000 dudes doing certain things. I'm gonna say this, man. It was only one Wayne Perry though. He was different. It might have been 1,000 dudes that was stepping, but like he was stepping different in his case. Like he was a little different when you analyze those profiles. You think so, Linda? I was wondering that, but that come from a woman. Like I like the keen mind of the woman. They got a third sense. They got a sixth sense and they third eye. Excuse me. Yeah, if Say Cheese interviewed SB, that John would go out the roof. Say Cheese gonna have to pay SB. That's a real interview. He wanted her to confirm some killing. He asked her murder questions redundantly like the FBI. What's up, Carolina? Yeah, my condolences for your son, man. Dude needs to get a life. He said you infiltrated. Sounds like he wants attention that he not ready for, honestly. He definitely talking recklessly. Right, but that's what YouTube and the internet gives people who have no voice a voice. I could be included in that if you're not interested in what I'm saying, but without YouTube or Instagram or any social media platform, I got a voice among my peers. If not, I wouldn't still be around. I'm not funny. I'm not a good rapper. I'm not a basketball player. I'm not a boxer. I'm not a D-boy. I'm an author. DJ Vlad. Yeah, he did because she is a rat. So he wanted her to speak on it. Who? Who? Say Cheese or up for debate? If she ain't speak on being no rat on Say Cheese, Say Cheese let her talk like she was a real female, whatever you call it. I forgot what you call it. What's that Joan on BT? Like the American gangster female type Joan. Oh, Say Cheese. Say Cheese ain't answering no questions about no government deal. Say Cheese don't know about it. He probably don't want to know about it. He don't want no problems with her. I'm telling you, he don't want no problems with her. He might settle for $10,000. I wouldn't settle with her for a half a dime. Yeah, I saw she said she was going to Vlad TV. Now let me tell you about Vlad. I've been to Vlad TV. I went with Eddie Mathis to Vlad TV. There's a fact. I got the pictures, everything in the New York Joint Quad Studio where Pac got hit. Vlad was prepared for his interview with Eddie Mathis. He had read the newspaper, he had read court cases, and he had even read things that I had written pertaining to street wars connected to Eddie Mathis. He asked him off the wall, off the cuff questions. If she do a Vlad interview, he gonna ask her about anything that he sees when he Googles or research her. I might make it my business to make sure that he's aware of this paperwork so he can ask her, is it real? Vlad a fact checker. Connect me with Vlad, man. Tell Vlad I want to talk about the paperwork. I'm a paperwork expert. And a lot of these people he got on this platform, I know he don't care if they hot or not, but it would be a good interview to talk to a person that's a pacer expert like myself. Vlad going to flip her. She not ready. Well, she end up cussing Vlad out. Vlad ain't gonna be able to deal with her delicately with them soft gloves like Say Cheese did. He ain't even give her nothing like that. The video was only at 120 on YouTube. That's nothing. She probably got $400-500 for that interview. That's what I was thinking. 500 to a stack. For a platform like his, I would have paid a stack maybe. Because I would, if I thought what he thought that she was gonna answer questions about 100 bodies. I can't really hook up with Vlad, man. Vlad asked the wrong type of questions. Like, if y'all pay attention to me, certain lines I don't cross. Yeah, I know Cavario with his weird ass used to do something with Vlad. I seen some clip on him talking about, man, they say Cavario ain't real. I asked him where I can't go. You can't go to DC and post up. I ain't talking about go out college park somewhere and act like you in DC. Come to DC and talk that shit you was talking. Somebody going to dress me. Vlad probably won't allow this platform. Vlad know that she's a fraud. Her whole story is make believe all the way down to her son. Her son named after the dude she met before she met Wayne. What you think about that? I asked you that before, Linda. He must waiting on him back. Man. That video not even gonna hit 1 million. Not this shit. Not this shit ain't gonna hit 120. I mean 1 million. Video with some cold trash. What's up, amigo? Yeah, let me go check out this jump. Check out that latest fly jump. I got to work on this new jump, man. He was talking about a couple things, man. Appreciate the love, man. Shout out to my people that tapped in, man. Catch me in a little bit. Y'all know I'll be back.